Saluki Nation, we're back with another Saluki Radio preview here through Fall Camp 2025. It's time to take a look at that Saluki offense with the coach, Pat Poore, alongside Mike Trude. I am Luke Martin. Coach Poore, we'll start with you. We know the expectation level for this offense, it always starts with, okay, who's your quarterback going to be? And when you have someone like DJ Williams, that, of course, brings a lot of expectation.
Yeah, and I think they have a ton of confidence in DJ, and some of it goes back to just that plan for him, too. You know, at this point, second week of camp, you're starting to get into situational things, down the distances, and you know, you've went through the install, you've got stuff installed. Now it's starting to attach it to what he does well, what he feels really comfortable with, and that chemistry he's starting to build with the receivers and the running backs and just the offense in general.
Don't want to get lost either. Jake Curry's improved a lot, Mike Trude, and as both of us know, I mean, not just because of last year and the injuries that Southern suffered, there's going to be portions in a season where you're going to have to fill in for a snap or maybe a drive. And man, just looking at Jake Curry, you can just sense a ton of improvement with him too. I don't want that to get lost.
Oh, not at all. And here's a guy who you thought wasn't going to play it down last year, maybe 4 games, get some time in because you can play 4 and still redshirt. But he started the last 4 or 5 games of the season because he had to. Hunter Simmons went down with an injury, our second injury of the year, and Jake performed admirably for a guy who was thrown in amongst the fire, amongst some of the better teams that we were playing on our schedule, and he shined. And so this year, Nick Hill now is the coordinator as well as the head coach, knows that if anything happens to DJ, God forbid, but Jake's right there, and he has the utmost confidence, and Jake has the utmost confidence.
Look, health is so important at every position, but maybe most importantly, offensive line. And Derek Harden, he's the best version of himself that he has felt like in his career here. Noah Finsky getting healthier as well. That's a group up front, Coach Poore. I mean, you speak about it. When Southern, when you guys have been good, when the Salukis have been good, man, that offensive line is a huge part of it.
Yeah, and I absolutely love Finsky playing center. I mean, that's your anchor. You want to be strong up the middle, an experienced, really good player, and then it just rings out from there. You know, both guards have experience, good players, and then obviously that left tackle spot. I mean, right-handed quarterback, that guy has to have a really good year to protect those quarterbacks because we're somewhat of a pass offense. I mean, we like balance, but I mean, we've all seen it. When your quarterback can throw and run the offense and not be under duress, we click, and we're really good. And
maybe the most overlooked area of this team, but a healthy Ryan Schwindeman, a healthy Aiden Quinn. Look, a healthy DJ Williams, no doubt, is probably arguably the most important thing to this team, but don't underestimate what having those two guys mixed in with the room that had to, again, thrust guys into playing a year ago, utilize that tight end room. Coach Hill loves to utilize the tight ends, and with those two guys healthy, man, it can really change the complexion of the offense.
Yeah, you really see it. That, we always called it, that room, we're the Swiss Army knives, because you're involved in the run game, you're involved in protections, you're involved in the pass game. And in Nick's offense, the production from that position just is amplified for the success of the whole offense because you are involved in a lot of stuff, and those two guys are really built for what we do offensively.
Vincent Davis returning, no doubt a huge boost to that room. You have, of course, also a returner in Tay Mario, who's just getting healthier, had a hamstring issue last year. But then you look at some of those guys who are inserted, really led by Fabian McCray, Fabo. I think Saluki fans are really going to like watching number 9.
Yeah, they had to go to the portal because of the guys that we lost and the guys that graduated. And I think Fabian McCray is going to be a guy that fans are going to go, I really like him. I don't think any of the wideouts are a K-Lou. They just don't have that blazing, I'm going to run right by you. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to be open. But McCray has shown early in camp that he's a guy who can run good routes. He's got good hands. He has played before Jackson State. He was good at Jackson State, had some nice receptions there. I think he's going to be one of those guys that DJ is going to get comfortable with. And the summer and the camp is when DJ gets comfortable with those receivers. No knows their patterns and now gets his timing down.
Biggest group with the question mark is the group we saved last, which is the running back room. We said it in over time and time again. DJ Williams was the leading rusher for Southern last year until the very last game of the season, and he didn't even play in 3 full games, which is an astonishing number. LaShawn Lester back. Eddie Robinson, who was hoping to be a part of the team last year in terms of playing a role, just didn't work out that way. He's inserted in that room. And then you have guys like Chandler Chapman, Lim Walsh, and others. It's a room that appears to have more options for Coach Larry Warner, but I still think as we're here in week 2 of camp, that's still a position group to have your eye on and seeing what exactly the roles will be.
Yeah, I think the next 2 weeks of camp are critical to those running backs because by game week you want to know who's going to be 1, who's going to be 2, what am I going to do, and I like the battles that are going on. Lester's been getting the bulk of the carries at the 1 slot, but Chapman, I really like the way he moves. Eddie has come off a year where unfortunately he didn't get to play, but you've seen what he can do as a receiver from the running back position, and he gets into full speed very quickly. He's got great moves. I like what I see early, but still, until we see it, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Who's going to be the guy who's going to get that carry? Now, a lot of times it's the line as well, but last year on 3rd and 1, we were thinking, I wonder where he's going to pass it because they just couldn't get that 1 yard last year.
And there's even guys like Caleb Wagner, Jimmy Athens, others who have been within the program. Caleb coming off an injury-riddled year last year. Jimmy was a really reliable guy towards the end of last year. Again, I think it's a good thing to have, right? You're going to need more than 1, 2, 3 running backs to get through the course of a Valley season, Coach Poor.
Yeah, no doubt it's going to be by committee, but that committee can't be 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's got to be 2 or 3, and the guys who are the most versatile at being able to play every snap, and that's I go back to old school. I'm a 4-yard guy. Give me that guy that can get you 4 every time when you need it. And I've been impressed with Lim Walsh. I mean, if on the hoof you look out there at that group and who's our banger, it's him. And I just know his background, Derby, Kansas high school program. I mean, he's won state championships, and there's some DNA in there where you might keep your eyes on him emerging and being that guy. And again, you can't paint those guys in a corner and this guy does this and this guy does that, because then you can get keyed up on. But 2 or 3 of those guys, and again, another room that development-wise, I mean, just the guys that got reps last year, productive reps, if they can just play on that and continue, we'll be all right there. We'll be all right there.
That was your Saluki Radio preview on the offensive side of the football. We'll be back next week to talk some Saluki defense. Till then, we got plenty of coverage coming at you for Saluki Football Fall Camp here in 2025. For my partners, the Coach Pat Poor, Mike Trude, I am Luke Martin saying so long, Saluki Nation. Go Dogs!